Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're live over on YouTube now. We're live here. But yeah, we were pretty busy this morning. We did 4 dice pours, a dice box pour. That's actually pretty hard. We might be able to pull this out today on camera. This is the top portion of one of our newest molds. Ooh, but that went. Bear with me for a second, everyone. The sticky part got. There we go. So I'm just gonna put that right there. Like I said, my hands are just gonna have to be sticky. I'm gonna try to rinse them out with some cold water, try to get that stuff to freeze off as best I can. The resin I hate working with, especially when I don't got gloves on, because my hands just get so dry from them. Let me try something as well. So I'm doing is I'm just putting a little bit of rubbing alcohol and trying to get that tackiness off my fingers before we continue what we're going to do. Okay, let's get back to what we're doing. Omni, thank you for joining us. Bear with me, let me try to turn that up. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry about that. Not sure what's going on with my stuff today. Everything's being weird. My resin's acting weird. Everything's being really weird. But we are priming up this right now. Little direwolf action.
I'm not sure why, but my next guess was going to be a warthog.
Well, so it looks like a warthog from.
Just on the spines on its back.
Yeah, because of the spines and how big it is. But no, this is supposed to be a direwolf from Pathfinder.
Gotcha.
But no, we got 4 dice that are curing. This is one I'm really excited to see how they come out. These are our bullet dice.
Ooh.
We have our watermelon set for Turn to Dust.
Nice.
Curing. We have our... I'm not lifting that up because that's tacky all over. But we have our, what we call the One Ring set, where we added little Lego rings to it. And we did the coloring to look more like the lava of Mount Mordor.
Nice. I'm not gonna lie. Every time I see bullet dice, it makes me want to buy them. Specifically, the metal ones with the cylinder.
If I could make them out of metal, I totally would.
It's just like so satisfying.
The aesthetic of it being in a metal container is that makes it look like an actual revolver is amazing.
It'd be so sick for like a Western themed campaign.
Not even just a Western theme. You got artificers now.
No, that's true.
Gunslingers. Those are all canon now.
Okay, I've been wondering about this ever since I've been learning about Warhammer and trying to get into D&D. What would it take? Okay, that's actually very pretty. What would it take to make the Adeptus Mechanicus in D&D? My guess would be Artificer Monk, right? With maybe a subclass, if I had to take a guess, into Warlock?
I would honestly say the Adeptus Mechanicus. I'd have to get more into it to remember what that is.
So basically, tech priests that like augmenting themselves to the point where they're almost machine, but they still have that like 5-10% of human in them. Also, they pray to the Omnissiah to make all their guns and weapons work.
So they use psionics, you said?
Cybernetics, yeah.
Cybernetics. Okay. Simic Monk or Simic Hybrid for the race, because they are scientists that make themselves, or how the lore behind them is like scientists started to experiment with human and other species DNA, not race, species. So like you could have like a crab hand or whatnot.
Oh, that'd be like Dark Mechanicus then. Because they will experiment to the literal extreme.
But that's the lore behind how they came to be. But all born after that come into play with they are that now.
Oh. I see.
And then possibly you said they use cybernetics, so I would Artificer for sure. Probably Battlemaster Artificer, or not Battlemaster, Battle Armorer Artificer.
Okay.
And
I'm not familiar with those classes.
So Battle Armor is just a subclass of Artificer.
Oh, I see. Subclasses. Yeah, I have no idea about subclasses. I know about the main ones.
And then you could go monk with like the ancestral guardian monk. Dream big, hey, over on YouTube, I appreciate that. But what I would honestly say, since you said that they're priests, cleric.
That's true. Why didn't I think of that?
But this is our mini for tonight. I actually had to glue it down with UV resin because my super glue wasn't holding it in place. My Tamiya extra thin cement wasn't holding it in place. These new bases that WizKid launched suck. I don't know if you've used the new bases.
I use currently like Citadel.
Citadel bases?
Pretty standard.
Citadel bases are pretty standard. What these new bases are is like that looks like a Citadel base. However,
okay, it's very bulky on the bottom.
Yeah, it's more bulky on the bottom for Citadel, but it's see-through. This is see-through plastic. And it did not want to hold at all. Like whatever, no matter what I was trying to use to glue it down, it wasn't holding.
It's really weird. Usually they're better at that.
I know. Can I pull that up? I'm not trying to pull.
There is one model holder. I don't even remember if it's Citadel that is the one that makes it, but it's one that holds multiple models at once for like priming. I really, really want
That's
that thing.
Citadel makes that as well, but this is another one that we're waiting on it to cure fully. And of course, I got that on my fingers. Yay!
And what's that?
Sugar Skull Glow in the Dark.
Ooh.
Bear
Hopefully
with me.
that little bit you got on your finger doesn't ruin something.
Huh?
Hopefully that bit of resin on your hand doesn't ruin something.
Yeah, it's not going to ruin the paint or anything like that. It's going to ruin my skin. It's so sticky that I have to like.
Does it do that weird thing that glue does where it's like if you rub it together really quickly it dries super fast?
Yes and no.
No. I was going to suggest that might be a quick way of getting rid of that on your hands.
But it's more so it forms in one spot and then it sticks to that one spot. Like you can see on my thumbs.
Oh. That's not pretty.
No. But it's what I gotta deal with.
Oh, what is it? There was this one kind of like soap we used when I was at an art studio at college. I can't remember what it was, but it was like a huge, like we're talking like a gallon size or bigger orange container.
No.
Of this like gridded like soap.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That was fantastic for getting crap out of your hands.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. I can use brush soap and it'll work just fine. The issue is I don't want to get.
That's the good stuff.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. It's just finding that is hard. Really, the only thing I found that works with this is dish soap and hand soap together. Not sure why both.
Interesting.
Because
I could maybe get it easy because I live near Dickwood Warehouse.
Yeah.
By the way, super convenient for arts to be near a Dickwood.
I'm debating if I'm going to open up day one and show off the advent calendar or wait till the 1st.
Just wait till the 1st. I mean, it's going to be right around the corner.
True. Crap, I gotta get the missus a Valentine's present.
You haven't done that yet?
Well, it's like we literally just had Christmas and I kind of splurged on her for Christmas.
I see. Maybe just take her out for dinner.
That's what we usually do, and I want to get her something as well. No. Do not fall. Do not fall. Cannot put you there. I'll put you right there. Well, it was about to fall right into my UV resin section.
Oh, Lord.
And I'm like, nope.
Yeah, now I'm trying to just wait till this next paycheck, which is in a few days. And I want to try and buy this tote I saw, which is, I think I told you about the tote, so I can buy that, and then I'm going to look into some insert foams, hopefully pre-cuts.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just look at individual models and just see if I can measure them and shape them with like the pre-cut stuff I already have.
Yeah.
And see, because like my salamanders have their own cakes right now, and some of them have like longer barrels for like glass cannons.
Yeah.
And I just want to see like if some of the depth guards fit in that. And I'm like, okay, then they can literally just be the exact same, or they need to be a little bigger because they're bulkier. I have no idea.
I get you.
The good thing is that thankfully there's not like a Death Guard, or well, Chaos in general, Primaris type deal, because that would be super fucking annoying to try to update.
What I'm doing for, like I was talking to the missus today, I'm like, look, I don't even know I'm running out of miniatures. I got like 3 or 4 Tyranids I have left to paint, and I have a Direwolf. But after that, I have nothing left to paint. I don't know what I'm gonna do because, I mean,
eBay Save an Army.
huh?
eBay Save an Army. You look on eBay for like armies that nobody really wants anymore, and then you try and save them as best you can.
I mean, I could do that. That's more like what Cam does than what Cheese does and everyone else. I could try that. No, what I was thinking of doing was buying some Space Marines, just regular Imperial Space Marines, painting them up like the Paw Patrol.
I don't know how that would work.
You get, because they have a 10-pack. You take each individual Space Marine and you paint their coloring. So like blue, like dark blue for.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like a whole ass army. Like, dude, you know how many like characters you gotta pick as the same color for like one dog?
No,
I mean, you'd probably organize them somehow, but like still.
Yeah, because it would be.
Oh, the Dalmatians or the Infernus Marines.
What's funny is I thought about grabbing the Infernus Marines for it because there's exactly 10 in there.
Oh yeah.
But I want to do the Paw Patrol Marines, and the reason why I want to do Paw Patrol Marines is because my little one loves Paw Patrol, and I've not seen anybody paint a Paw Patrol Marine, and I'm not talking about like, oh, it's just going to be red for Marshall. I'm going to go for a whole look, like the top half of a head up is going to be like the hat. Yeah.
I see.
The helmet's going to be the top half up, and then like the bottom half is going to be like the color of the fur.
Oh, you're right. And then the arms would be the fur color and etc.
Oh yeah. Similar to how
you could do the tail. You could do the freaking, oh my god, best idea. Space Wolves.
I thought about it.
That would be hilarious. And it themes so well with it too. You can actually make some of the dire wolves for them. Actually, I don't even know what they're called for the units, but basically you can do the actual like wolves themselves as the Paw Patrol character.
No, I thought about that. That was one thing I did think about. But no, I want to do it strictly as the Marines themselves are the Paw Patrol. Just to mess with Paw Patrol fans. Warhammer player, thank you for joining. Not sure how you got in my live. I don't remember. I sent you an invite to the live, but not to join up as a guest.
Yeah, it's sent to join.
That's so strange. Before anything, I do need to know your age since they will. Huh? 29. Okay. You're free to stay up here and talk and stuff.
It says in the chat you said join invites.
Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. I thought I was sending just regular invites. It's been a long weekend.
Hey, it happens.
It does happen.
What was it? I saw there's one person that every now and again pops up on my some of my lives that I see, and it's like someone's taking an individual Pokemon card and painting the Marine that. I'm like, that's awesome.
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of who it is though. Spuru House, thank you for joining us.
I really want to follow them because I want to see if they do an Nidoking because that's like my favorite non-starter Pokemon.
My favorite non-starter Pokemon has always been and will always be Ooh. I just realized 90% of my team. Oh, Dragapult.
Dragapult. Is that one of the newer ones?
It came out in Sword and Shield. It's newer.
Wait, is that the one with the head that looks like a stealth bomber?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Mine will
What was
forever
it?
be Charizard.
What's that?
Mine will forever be Charizard.
See, Charizard's a good pick. He's not my favorite, even close.
Okay.
Just because of the fact that he got so much fan base, whereas my favorite Typhlosion has had
Yo, let's go.
little to none.
That's fair. Didn't Typhlosion get that one, I think, episode where it was included with Raikou? The legendary Sabretooth?
Maybe.
That was it.
Because it was supposed to be like the character that Pokemon trainer was supposed to be the next character model after Fire Red, I think. I might be wrong. Or no. I don't remember.
No, I know what you're talking about because they made a small. They included the actual like artwork for Ethan and actually canonically named him Ethan in that episode. But nobody was sure what was going to actually happen with the actual series from there. People were hinting, oh, they're getting rid of Ash. They're getting rid of Ash.
And they actually did after how many years?
After that, about 20.
Yeah. I'm surprised they ever did.
But no, I wish Dice didn't take so long to cure because, like, I want to open up. I want to specifically because, like, here, I'll show it real quick.
Is there a way of making it faster or no?
Not with this kind. This one is just, sit back and relax, enjoy the show kind of thing.
Probably should have done it early in the morning.
Well, I did it around noon.
Oh. Oh, so you're still, wow.
Yeah, it can take up to like 24 hours.
Oh, God, that's good. Yeah, good luck with that.
That's it glowing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we started this around noonish.
Oh, is this when you were trying to invite me earlier?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, this is all from this morning. Like we got.
Gotcha. Hey, Big Daddy Dragon, what's up?
The dice box waiting to finish.
Oh God.
You right?
I'm in the army, so I did a 24-hour CQ just and that no sleep deprivation is just kicking in really hard right now. But I want to try to get some of these Krieger projects done.
Wait. I don't know anything about military, but if I had to take a guess, that feels like you had to run all over the place and do so much crap today.
I literally, so CQ, you sit at a desk for 24 hours in the barracks, and you're just pretty much a glorified babysitter for 24 hours.
Not pretty much. You are glorified babysitter for 24 hours.
Okay, I'm happy. A buddy of mine paid for 2 of these boxes for Death Corps Creek.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I don't know what to do with. A friend of mine wants to buy the new character they released from, but I don't know what to do with his codex.
Hey, Cam, what is up?
Hey, Cam, if you want to hop in the box, you can. It's been a while since you've been in.
So what was that character you were talking about?
Lord Marshall. I don't know how you say his name.
Butcher it, who cares?
Reir, D-R-E-I-R. That's what it looks like on the page right here.
Oh, the one on the horse. I see.
Yeah. Someone is wanting to pay $25 for him since he's like brand new, and I really don't know what to do with them. Can't run them as a death marshal on a horse anymore. They've taken a lot away from the guard, apparently.
Yeah. One thing I was not too happy about was them getting rid of jump pack librarians, because it's literally the only librarian I own. So I'm like, well, shit.
I was surprised to hear when they said they're getting rid of the Dreadnought librarian for Blood Angels.
That's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing because they had like a what is it? It's whatever that electro spear thing that you see Custodes having. It pretty much is like you can shoot one of those, and it does a psychic attack as a Dreadnought. They got rid of it because it was too overpowering.
So it had a thunder spear? What the hell?
No, it had a thunder spear, and you can equip it with either, I think if I heard, a fist or some other gun.
Okay, yeah, I can understand them getting rid of that, to be honest, but because mainly a creature and giving it psyker powers on top of that, that's a lot for a model to have.
Yeah, I mean,
Sounds cool as fuck, though.
Especially if you're feeling like play Magnus and his 1,000 Suns. That Dreadnought's a counter for them.
Okay, see, now that would have been really, really cool. Especially if it's like a Hellbrute. Or Hellbrute gets a single spell to cast and can only do it so many turns. As a workaround, maybe. Hell yeah.
Hellbrute with double fist, and then I got the one that's from like Space Marine 2.
Oh.
It's the one with the plasma and the hammer, but both of my Hellbrutes are Black Legion. Holy crap. That kind of reminds me of the wolf from what is that movie where the white ape turns into like a rampage with a rock in it?
Rampage.
That wolf makes me think that wolf mom makes me think of the wolf from Rampage a little bit.
Oh great, that means you can fly.
I have UV resin.
No, don't give the wolf wings.
I have UV resin. And I have parchment paper.
Don't do it. I can see the gears turning in your brain. Don't do it.
I'm going to do it.
Stop. Don't.
He's still thinking about it.
No, he is going to do it. That's the problem here.
I want to.
I'm not going to stop you. I'm just giving you crap.
No, I know you are. I want to.
I don't know where you would put it on the wolf. That's the trick. Like, do you put it like on top of the shoulders or?
Yeah. Like right on top of the shoulders.
Yeah, like it's
on top and like curl them down.
Because like I can see it on a human body, but trying to like picture that on a dog's body is like way different.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I thought I had it.
But one thing that I'm dreading dealing with is later. I got like 2 metal old die cast Chaos Dreadnoughts, and one of them just completely fell apart. So now I got to figure out how to either A, glue it back together, or B, I try melt it together. And I'm terrified of doing either because I don't know if they make metal glue anymore. Or I might try to solder it, and I don't know how soldering works proper.
I heard that the old metal Dreadnoughts, they weigh a good amount.
They are heavy. I can tell you that for free right now. That thing feels like heavier than about the same as a damn softball or more. I looked at it as I held it, and I'm like, I threw this at somebody, it would probably leave them with a gash in their head. Because half of the arm is like razor sharp. Because it's got like metal, I don't even know, like a dendrite. It sounds like the right word.
Oh, where's the picture of that? Okay, here it is.
It's weird because I also have the upper torso of a corn berserker that's metal from a guy, and also I'd say almost all of a Grey Knight except for the arms made of metal, which is probably my favorite one because that one I would love to have a full metal Grey Knight just to have.
I think if I want anything metal, it would be one of the Demon Primarchs.
Dude, you know how... Okay, first of all, that would weigh so much with the current model size.
I mean, it's better than the Lord of Skulls that I have. That thing weighs a good amount.
I mean, the one I'm always going to keep, even if I sell the army, is a metal version of Vulcan Hastane. I am not parting with that. I am never parting with it.
You might as well keep them. According to what GW has released, one of the next factions they're releasing is going to be Salamanders.
Correct, and I am so excited. I just really hope it's a good model.
That means they have to release the Primarch. They have to release Vulcan.
I don't think that does necessarily. It just could mean that they're getting a new model deployment. So we could just getting a new squadron type.
Based on what they've done in the past, you'd get the new Primarch as well.
See, I don't think. Okay, personally, I would love to have Vulcan come back. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think now is in the story would be a good time for him to come back. I think Jagatai Khan instead should come back.
There's a lot of protests that they want Jagatai back, and I see why. It's because he's the good counter for Fulgrim.
Correct. He's the balance to the scale.
But they were putting out all these like little, what is it, the puzzle equation riddles that was coming out, like the king, the crown plus the wolf symbol equals what, and then people goes the wolf king or something like that, and then prophecy came out. The wolf king will return when the dark times of the Imperium are coming.
We're not. I don't think we're quite in the dark times of the Imperium at the moment. We're getting there. We really are, but not quite. Because that was the whole. It's like my memory on the exact specifics are a little bit foggy. But when I was learning about Stephen Russ, he had some kind of prophecy foretold to him where he would get, I believe, the Emperor's spear, and when times were darkest, he would return. And he even told his own sons, even death cannot keep me from the final battle.
Yeah.
Which is A, very metal, and B, very Leman Russ.
It is. It's just Magnus running around and the Thousand Sons getting their new codex here, probably by fourth year, like the end of spring, because they've already released World Eaters. It's gonna be the order of like World Eaters, Jugguard, and Thousand Sons.
Yeah,
I know Emperor's Children's coming first though.
Yes, and I'm so because I don't even run Emperor's Children. I have like a random like Chaos army that was given for free that a guy didn't want. I'm tempted just to say screw it, and that's like a sub chapter of Emperor's Children just for giggles, just so I can get the codex and play with. Oh shit! There's Magnus.
Here's one. Hold on. That's a part.
Oh, you better not have more.
That's the one perk about the army. They pay me enough to enjoy this hobby.
Curses. Okay, that's fair. I was about to be real pissed if you had Mortarion. Oh, you.
So hold on. I know, like, I understand, like, several chapters left during the Horus Heresy. Like you know me on me, I'm not really big into the lore, but I understand like several.
You try and at least look into it because I think you might enjoy it.
Oh no, I like what I've looked into. I like, and like I just want clarification. So I understand like several factions for, if I'm understanding, four left the Imperium to join the four that convinced Horus to do the Horus Heresy. Correct?
Yeah. So basically, it's like a straight down the middle civil war. It was 9 versus 9.
Okay.
So you had the four.
Yeah.
Obviously, World Eaters, Death Guard, Emperor's Children, and the Thousand Sons as the 4 main Chaos guns. You had then the Undivided guys, which were the Night Lords, the Iron Warriors, Alpha Legion, and the Luna Wolves, which then were converted into Black Legion after the heresy was done.
Yeah, and then during the heresy, the Primarchs were killed. Horus was killed, Sanguinius was killed, Ferrus Manus was killed, and Conrad Curze was killed. So,
which is the Iron Hands for Ferrus Manus, which was Loyalist, Sanguinius Blood Angels Loyalist. Horus was the main heretic, and Conrad Curze was the Night Lord's Primarch as well. And thank God he's not still running around. He would be a fucking problem all the day.
Well, I was gonna say if we have the Emperor's Children coming back, doesn't that isn't that all 4 of those that convinced Horus to commit the heresy?
No. Okay. So, remember right, Horus was convinced by Lorgar after his, basically, what everyone, as a catch-all term, his Jerusalem was burned to the ground in front of him by the Emperor and Guilliman. And then after that, it's all Erebus's fault. Erebus is a word bearer who then whispered sweet nothings in Lorgar, his Primarch here, who then convinced Horus, after seeing how crappily the Emperor was running things, after I think Horus got stabbed with a poison dagger, that's some kind of dark ritual to save him, was both ends being done by Erebus, like Emperor Palpatine style.
Yeah. And then,
so it is basically Erebus's fault, and everybody fucking, even though some of it was Magnus's, it is actually Erebus's fault.
Erebus was the main reason his Primarch fell. The only reason Magnus fell was because he said they passed out rules like no real usage of warp and abilities, but Magnus got wind of Horus building up his armies to turn against the Imperium. So then Magnus sent like a little telepathic message to the Emperor, like, Father, Horus is about to betray you and to declare war. So then in the end, the Emperor's like, you just broke my rule. I'm sending your brother, Leman Russ, to destroy Prospero.
Actually, I found this out. He wasn't supposed to destroy. He was supposed to just take Magnus into custody. Horus altered the orders and said to kill him instead, because the Emperor made Horus his War Master. And the War Master is basically whatever the War Master says is as if the Emperor himself said. So that's an extra twist in the knife for the heretics. Like, ooh, I love that gray.
So here's what I'm thinking though. Like everyone's like, I've been seeing a lot of people talking like, are we actually in the end times for the Imperium? And-
feels like the precursor before I would say Infinity War, essentially.
Yeah. So here's
Like all the forces are gathering, and once that's complete,
well,
Infinity War goes through, and then we'll have Endgame.
well. Think about this. They've already like Games Workshop has confirmed multiple times the Imperials are not the good guys.
No one is.
No one's a good guy in this thing. It just depends
It's
on
your flavorability.
No, I mean like in the lore, like they are supposed to be not the good guys. Like it's how they worded it was strange. Like
it's mainly because of like the Administrata and Inquisition that ruined the Imperium. Because they made the Church of the Emperor, even though the Emperor said, "I'm not a god. I'm just a man who took charge to lead our civilization to the stars, to start over. I am not a god."
And the joke I keep seeing with everybody doing like a TikTok skit is that whenever a Primarch hears that there's a religion associated with the Imperium, they're like, "God damn it, Lorgar," because they literally use Lorgar's like fan fiction religion of the Emperor as literally religion.
Yeah, Lorgar pretty much like he crippled the Imperium by starting this religion. He crippled the Imperium.
And the best part is, the Emperor was a super atheist.
The Emperor hated being seen as a god. He was a psychic. That was it.
but no what?
Because I glow with an aura and I have a flaming sword and there's a halo above my head doesn't make me a god.
But the reason why I brought it up was because I was sitting there thinking about it, I'm like, if they aren't like what's what I'm looking for? If all four of the Chaos armies are finally coming in, what's going down?
So, okay, you go first because I have a couple thoughts to this. I don't know.
The four Chaos gods, they don't like each other. They try to better each other on their own perspectives of like Tzeentch, the Changer of Ways, Nurgle, grandfather of pestilence and pox. Khorne.
Called The Great Game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and that's really good. But they try to see which god is better. They will actually pick like world leaders versus noise marines in the war. But in the end, the Chaos gods want to pretty much help humanity see the error of the God Emperor. But the Lords of Terra, Guilliman, the Lion, like when Guilliman took command of the Imperium, he actually killed at least half of the Lords of Terra. Because the Lords of Terra saw, "You're back. We want you in charge. We were doing good. You're a threat." And they sent about 100 assassins to kill him.
Yeah.
Guilliman saw through their plan, and he's like, "You Lords of Terra, you all," and he killed half of the Lords of Terra for treason. And so
replaces them.
yeah, and he pretty much made a new order saying, "I am Lord Commander of the Imperium. You will follow my orders, or there will be consequences." Trajan Valoris, Captain General of the Custodians, is like, "Hey, I'm following Guilliman. I'm following this Primarch because he knows what he's doing. He led an empire before he even joined the Imperium."
Which is still mind-boggling how big that empire was compared to all of his brothers just taking over a planet.
What was it, the 500 of Macragge? He built an Imperium that was successful.
Yeah, I'm looking at, like I said, I'm looking at doing those Space Marines as Paw Patrol.
I actually found a video where it has the Bluey theme and it has all the four Chaos little.
Oh god.
And it goes,
Yeah, the Willies. Yep. I have that saved on my phone. It brings me so much joy.
I literally watched it like 3 times. I'm like, what the What is this? It's hilarious, but picture of
That's bad. Someone did that, but with cultists of the Chaos Gods, and it was King of the Hill. And they were all drinking beer together, like demons and shenanigans are going on around them. Then I think what was it? Because like the King of the Hill was actually corn, so it was Corn of the Hill.
And I like the ending, how it goes, siege, and you just see the little or just jumping in the air like Bluey.
Yep.
No, I think you posted that too. I think you reposted that because I saw that last week.
It's so good. It's too good of a meme.
No, I want to do the Paw Patrol because, like I said, Little Scarecrow, he loves the Paw Patrol right now.
Has he tried Bluey by chance?
He loves Bluey. He's not like super obsessed with Bluey, but he likes it to the point where he has a favorite character.
There you go.
Like, we've walked into Walmart and he goes, oh, Dad, there's Bingo. I'm like, you're the firstborn. You're supposed to like Bluey. He's like, I like Bingo. I'm like, I know you like Bingo. I was like, as long as you don't like Muffin, you're good. Because I like Muffin. Huh?
Blood for the blood gall, skulls for the skull throne.
Oh,
So I've seen like somebody take like that one metal text that's really hard to read, and it just says Muffin, and then like screaming or something.
Muffin is now officially canonically corn.
I was gonna say he's the next Chaos God.
I don't know if you guys know the YouTuber Flash Kids. Have you seen his videos?
Oh,
We were talking about that last week.
The Bluey episode.
Oh no, I forgot. Yeah.
He did a Bluey episode.
And I actually became like a follower on their Patreon, and I actually watched it last night while I was on CQ. I'm just like, this is how Black Templar lead the way. This is how they play their detachment, burn the witch.
And then they go back to their Xeno killing ways.
You just hear the gunshots coming from inside the building. It's like, oh, he's killing them. Well, that's the end of Bluey, guys. The show is no more.
Yeah. I'll say this, the whole Templars versus furries, good lord.
Best thing I've ever seen ever.
It is the funniest thing I've ever seen. That's not like TTS.
I'm going to say this because, like I said, I'm working on the Greed box. I'm shocked about the new artillery piece. Like, here's your normal KDM bombast gun. And then you get this, the field artillery piece. It's on a bigger base than the bombast gun. And it's only ran by Kriegers.
Well, if the Krieger going to get the kill, they want the damn credit.
You know what I want to see in Star Wars Legion?
What's that?
Gungans.
Oh, God.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. Before Star Wars Battlefront 2 came out, I told me and my English teacher were talking about it. I said it'd be so cool to like see all the clones and all the other stuff. But then I thought, and then I just came up with this on the fly talking to him. It'd be hilarious if you're on Naboo and it's a Juggernaut game mode and you play as Jar Jar Binks, killing all the different battle droids accidentally. Just flopping around with that one battle droid on its foot, and it's just blasted them randomly.
And that became a real thing.
Yes, I would have laughed my ass off so hard.
It became a real thing. It was part of the DLC.
Bro, I would have laughed so hard, especially if it was like an April Fool's update.
No, dude, it's a real thing. You can get it on if you get the updated edition that's got all the DLCs. It's part of the DLC.
I feel like you're lying to me.
No, I'm not lying. I literally played it last week.
I'm pressing X to doubt.
You can doubt me all you want. You can also play as Kid Fisto and Asajj Ventress before Asajj Ventress was even canon.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. Kid Fisto deserves more screen time.
Kid Fisto definitely deserves more screen time.
Clone Wars, he barely got anything.
I mean, he did. Okay, so if we're talking about the original Clone Wars that was 2D animated, his fight scene underwater was badass.
Yes.
I love that, and especially how it made the lightsaber look like it was actually on fire underwater. That was like my favorite thing. I'm like, I want to fire a lightsaber. Hell yes.
You know how I said I got those demon Primarchs? So I have something else that's kind of fun to run with Gas Paper. I get them out. Ow, Kobe. Ow.
Oh, crap. I know exactly what that's called. What the fuck is it?
Picture this as a metal cast.
That would kill somebody.
Yeah, if I threw this at someone's system.
Actually, if you drop that off at Empire Speed Building, that will be a crater.
Someone's gonna ask, what happened to him? You walk in, you're playing a game of 40K. What happened to him? He's laying on the floor. Oh, he died. Corn took him.
Blood for the blood god.
It's funny you guys mention that.
Oh, that's a Lord of Skulls. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Right?
they're selling these things for like $200 on Amazon right now. And I'm tempted to buy one more. They just get you Black Legion.
See, the problem is that with mine, I was given, a bunch of just regular Chaos Marines. And then I have some Demonette torsos on spider bodies, which I don't know how that works or what that would work as. And then I think I have a bunch of pink horrors.
Yeah, I don't have any of the main demons because back here on this shelf right here is all Space Marine, the Horus Heresy stuff.
Yeah. See, I'm not. Is there really a point to playing the Horus Heresy? I guess I just don't see the direct appeal aside from getting each of your own Primarchs.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
I mean, you can play
Horus, yeah.
or
Is that Dorn?
it is Dorn.
Okay, I took a shot in the dark. All I saw was the cape and I think the Storm's teeth. Yo, that blood on the snow looks so good.
Damn, that's really good. But
Your blood effects are really good. You need to make a video on that.
I think I got one on YouTube.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that's fine because I mean,
Literally, all I do is I take like a flathead like this, and I just put a little bit on there, and I just pull it back.
See, okay. I did something similar for like a chemical splash effect. I took like a good amount of water, dipped it in some of like my neon green paint,
Yeah.
and I just went like I'm blowing out a candle. It worked so well. I was so proud of it.
oh, and to answer your thing about Horus Heresy, the only thing is though, you're playing by like 6th and 7th edition rules where it's like raid.
Well, it's a good thing I got a 6th edition rule book someone gave me.
Like I have both the rule book and all the Traitorous Primarch Legions, and it gives you like, because you can run, like if you wanted to play like a 3,000 point list of Horus Heresy, they have Warlord Titans on the list.
Ooh, very nice, Kate. Or the brain fart. Did you paint the spines? Or
Yeah.
did I see things? Okay. I thought I was seeing things.
Nope, I painted the spines. And I gotta figure out if that can be used with UV resin or not.
What was it? Because honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I saw there's some stuff on Temu that looked really good. Unfortunately, I realized because one of them was like a great unclean one looking figure. I looked at it I was so excited, like, I can get a great and clean one. I checked the dimensions. Fuck, it's only doing 2.
Omni, pick a color.
They're gonna scam me out of
Orange.
Okay, pick a second color.
You have a method.
What'd you say, Omni?
Purple.
Purple? Okay, I know I got that.
I'm just now realizing that's like one step away from being Spyro colors.
No, that is Spyro colors.
Is he orange? I thought he was yellow.
No, he's purple and orange.
Oh.
I know you're working on D&D, but you also play 40K or anything like that?
I don't play it yet, but I'll show you my custom high fleet.
Oh yeah, he does. His high fleet looks so good.
That's scary. It's so easy now these days to print Tyranids off.
That's not print.
That's not print?
No, all that is added with UV resin.
That's really good.
See, and I found this weird, like, it's branded as like a kid's toy, but it says it's like 3D. It's like a 3D pen, and I'm almost tempted to just grab it for myself so I can make weird effects with it. Because it's like $17 for it, and I'm like, you're making it really, dude. That's what? Okay, what one is that called?
This is the Barbagant.
Okay, if I remember right, that's the newer version of it, right?
Yeah.
The older one looked a little bit more inappropriate with its cannon. If I'm remembering correctly, one of them looks as if it's an animal's bits and pieces.
No, they have that. They still have that. That's for the Termagants.
Oh my god, they still have that character model?
It's not a character model. It's an addition you can add on to your Termagants.
Oh god, I'm not gonna lie, that's just a bad fucking shape to have.
Ooh, I like that.
So this was one miniature that was standing up. I literally cut the back legs off, and you can see them on the miniature still.
Oh, I didn't even realize he's on fire.
Yeah, that fire is made with UV resin.
So I gotta ask, how big of a pain in the ass is it to like sculpt the UV resin?
It literally depends on what I'm working with.
Oh no.
The Wendigo we worked on.
Dude, that's like my favorite one you worked on. The moss is like my favorite part. But the gore.
I don't know if you saw this one, Hammer.
You check it, dude.
Ooh. Why does that say Age of Sigmar for some reason?
Nah, it's a Wendigo.
Wendigo.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It just said Age of Sigmar for that one like vampiric race they have in the game.
Oh, the flesh eater cults.
It kind of made me think of the flesh eater cults.
See, like I really like some of the models in Sigmar look so damn beautiful. I wish the design teams for 40K and the guys for Sigmar would just intermingle with each other and be like, hey, check out this thing I did. Like, yo, we could use that for a Space Marines or a Chaos Cultist.
Yeah, because I mean, Chaos
There's so
Cultist.
much potential.
Yeah, because one thing I will say about this is Chaos
Ooh.
Cultists, they are okay, but they're just like guardsmen. They die quickly.
They're usually for sticking objectives anyway.
Like legit. Just one cultist alone is only going to have like a las pistol or a little blade of some kind, and it's useless. Like they get killed so fast.
Too
It's so
much.
sad because I have one that's got a flamethrower, and it's like, and I posted it on Facebook Death Guard group as my first like Death Guard cultist. It's like, haha, hope you enjoy that that fancy bolt pistol you got there. And then I asked why, and it's like they showed me the rules. I'm like, so you're telling me they're just giving me a middle finger for my cultist, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, they've been nerfing the cultists a lot lately.
Why? They're not doing anything wrong.
So the recent detachments they released for Chaos. So when they released Chaos Space Marines, they released the 6 detachments, and one of them is dedicated to the cultists.
Okay.
The Traitor Guardsman.
Oh, yeah, I remember hearing about this.
Yeah, the Traitor Guardsman got a really nice buff in that detachment, but the only problem is that the only way you can run Traitor Guardsman is if you find the kill team box. Like the Creed. Like if I wanted to run 650 Creed, like I already have 30 painted right over there, I have to find the kill team box, and then I have to follow the stupid little rules on what they can have. It's the same thing with the Night Lord's kill team, because apparently you can play them in the black for Chaos Space Marines, and it's called the Nemesis Claw unit.
Okay. See, I think, I'm not sure what the kill team box is called, but it's like a Nurgle one.
I know which one you're talking about. It's the one with all like the Poxwalkers, except it's like the one with 3 heads.
Okay. I don't have them with me. They're in the basement at where I'm working on. But I do have their cards up here with me. Let's see here. Yeah, there's on the back of the cards, it shows a dude with 2 heads and a furnace for a belly.
I know which one you're talking about, because the kill team app that I have actually has it has all those data cards. They released the kill team app for being able to make it easier to play kill team off your phone.
Oh, that's nice. I don't know how to play kill team, nor do I really want to learn at the moment. But okay.
You only get
I see. Yeah, this guy does have 3 heads, you're right. It has 2 pictures on it, so one's like, he's like gray skin, but one of the heads is in shadow and just looks like a bulky shoulder.
Yeah.
This one actually shows the 3 heads. Because the other model's like big hair and like mouths all over his stomach with a butcher's hatchet. It's real ugly looking.
It's a Nurgle, of course it's ugly looking.
That's real.
Well, if someone has tryptophobia, they look at that thing, they're gonna be like, "Get that thing fucking away from me." And I'm like,
Fair.
"Yeah, that's fair." Like all these tongues and crap coming out, that is disgusting.
It's Nurgle.
Yeah, it's very Nurgle.
The blue song. Nurgle. And the little Nurgle. He's just jumping on the ground, keeping his little feet up, and he's like the little munchkin against all the other demons.
I do love that the Nurgle's just a little guy, just chilling.
But then when you hear the Corn one, his like voice is so deep, and he goes Corn. It's like,
Slenders. I mean, do the voice proper because I'm not,
And then
it's so high pitch.
The Zinch demon just jumping up with his mouth open, like, it looks like you're trying to bite me. Don't come near me. Stop.
Yes.
I'm excited to see how. So when they were doing the Las Vegas opening, they were discussing about Emperor's Children, and it was one of the guys off the Warhammer app, Warhammer Plus. Apparently, from what he told me now, is that Fulcrum is actually stronger than Angron when it comes to melee.
I don't believe that.
I didn't believe it either until they showed me that they're going to release that video for it.
Oh, what? Oh.
Oh my god, that's actually
I
scary.
love those effects, but they're also creepy as hell.
It's kind of creepy. I'm going to wake up and I see it still.
Hold on.
Oh no, it glows. Run away.
Oh no!
That's actually really cool.
God.
That's not so much creepy as it is really cool.
put that in the middle of your hand, just be like, hey, is my hand normal? I don't think this is normal. This random eye just popped out of my hand.
Itachi.
Hey, I got this thing on my hand, Doc. Can you check it out? It's just a glass can and it's speaking like for
No, now I want that, but with a mouth.
It's an exalted sorcerer from 1,000 Suns.
No, I want a mouth on it. Then I could do it like in my hand, like Deodora from no, because Pan's Labyrinth had the eyes. Deodora had the mouths on his hands from Naruto.
Oh, Datara. Oh,
Yeah, Datara.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like Datara is a cool character, but whenever they show his mouth, it made my skin crawl because it's like I could almost feel like the chewing in my hand, and I'm like, please stop. I'm uncomfortable. Very creepy. Although I do want to know like how he actually made that mouth. I am mildly curious about that.
Now I am curious about one thing. Does that fit in here? Without being it's above it, but I mean we can make it work. If you have not noticed, I like messing with UV resin.
Oh. No, sorry, that wasn't towards you. But I'm just reading some of these cards. It's like, oh, big spike. Not that bad. The river. It's Ritherer. WRITHER. I don't like that name. That's a creepy name.
Better than a Rizzler.
Thanks to having a cousin who is an actor in Hollywood, he's apparently ran into Henry Cavill.
Oh.
Henry Cavill confirmed he's making a Warhammer TV series, like movie or series.
It's a series. It's gonna be It's gonna be a series on Amazon.
Now the question is, what's the topic?
So they've already released cast.
So
it looks like it's Horus Heresy.
Oh shit!
It better have like at least like I know Henry Cavill's gonna be in it.
He's gonna be one of the pre-marks. I think he's playing Gilman.
Okay. See, the tricky part is like someone put a whole list of like actors to be the Primarchs, and I really like the idea of Lance Reddick being Vulcan. Rest in peace. But and they had so many good picks for the other ones. I'd have to look up the video.
Yeah, they wanted I forget who the voice actor is for Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War. They wanted him to be like Perto Rabo. I'm like,
It's an interesting pick for an actor, but I don't know about that. Yo, you know what'd be really cool?
What?
Star Killer as Conrad Kurz.
Oh my god, that's actually terrifying. They actually said if they wanted to, they should have done like Mark Hamill voicing Conrad Kurz.
No. Okay, I love Mark Hamill. I love him to death. Don't get me wrong. But Star Killer's Darth Maul, but Conrad Kurz just, it looks good. You can't tell me otherwise.
I forget. I remember seeing a video on TikTok here that someone took like recommendations list for the Primarch voice acting. Someone did the voice for the flood like main monster that gets massive. The Grapevine. Yeah, they wanted him to be the voice for Mortarion.
Oh, that's a perfect pick.
I'm just wondering who they will pick for the God Emperor.
Okay, that's the one suggestion I have for that is to do that weird thing where the Emperor has multiple voices that kind of merge and separate from each other.
like I don't even know what it's whenever they have like a god, like sometimes it's usually like the Christian God where it's like multiple people all over their voices overlapping into each other. That kind of voice would be appropriate for him because then it still leads into the mystery. You can still have probably whoever plays it, but their voice is mingled with probably 3 or 4 other people to mix it in and make it more, I guess. I was thinking more. Oh, what the hell is the name for it? Ooh, pretty cool. Like a squirrel, like a dog with a squirrel shiny. But
that was in that secret level.
oh yeah, that secret level episode was really good.
That makes me think of secret level where it reveals its eye with the flap.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, looking at that thing makes my skin crawl, but then that weird, transitional effect that they have on looking into the Marine's eyeball and then it sees the thing and then it like opens into their eyeball.
And then I felt bad the Blade Guard veterans that were with them, just one guy getting his head crushed, and then you just see all the blood coming from his helmet because his head actually got crushed.
Yeah. What else do you think is going to come out? Jelly?
And then it made it funnier because of Titus, because when he goes into Titus's head, you just see the version of Titus just turns his head, looks. Demon's like, this is new. And then you just see Titus walking up, and the kid dragging the sword. He's getting up, he's getting bigger, grabs the spear, breaks it, and then just cuts the demon right in half.
The demon's like, I'm in danger. I really do hope they pick really good ones for the 4 Chaos Primarchs. Because since they will most likely and definitely be like core reoccurring characters that pop up.
I actually wonder who they would do for Dorn.
Dorn would be okay. Like I would say this: whoever they have, I can't remember the voice actor's name, but whoever they did for TTS should be like the baseline because that just seems a very, even though it's like a parody of the universe for Warhammer. That voice actor seems to do a very good embodiment of who Dorn is. Just, Father, that is not a fucking joke.
Yeah, because Dorn was
Dorn
was too serious during the Great Crusade. He was one of the serious Primarchs.
True. But that's also a good thing at times because you need someone that's going to be like, we need to not joke around. We need to get the job done. Why are you talking? Just get the job done.
His lore on how he died, they have to 100% confirm that. They've changed it about 60 times.
I was hoping someone would do this while I was in line. I heard the most interesting fan theory. So this was coming from a Poor Hammer podcast, an Izander and Coda lore they were going over Dorn's lore. They were talking about how he supposedly died and all that was left was his hand. His thought was, what if Conrad Kurz saw the death of just his hand? Not the death of Dorn, just the hand. Because it's no longer part of Dorn. And he just saw the end of the hand's fate.
Yeah, because they changed.
And I'm like,
it said that he died in the 8th Black Crusade or the 7th. One of those two.
Wait a minute. I don't remember this. I was told that he disappeared during the heresy and was supposedly dead because all they found was his hand, and then his sons would write. I don't even know what the exact ritual is, but basically, Imperial Fists higher-ups would inscribe their names on their Primarch's hand.
Yeah, like
all bone.
Whatnot.
Yeah, which I'm not gonna lie,
if I knew that my hand was being written on by my sons, I'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing? That was my hand. God damn it! That was my good hammer hand. I needed that."
So, from what it sounds like, is that they changed it from Horus Heresy lore. Is that after the heresy and the War Master was killed and the Emperor was put on the Golden Throne,
Yeah.
Dorn was War Master, but he got the title taken away. Because
I've never heard of this.
it was apparent, it's in the Codex for the Space Marines, is that,
No one?
yes,
How the fuck did I miss this? What the fuck up? I gotta reread this codex again. God damn it.
I remember reading it once on a plane ride. Let's see.
Turn to Dust. Are you still here?
They said the very first founding was the creation of the original 20 Space Marine Legions by the Emperor himself in the aftermath. He decreed the Codex of Astartes. I remember reading in here something about Dorn.
So, if I remember correctly, Dorn was not happy about the new Codex Astartes separating his current legion into a chapter, and then went to battle Perturabo during the Iron Cage massacre. And then Gilliman had to save his ass, and then he begrudgingly agreed to conform to the new Codex Astartes because he was just not going to let his sons constantly keep dying just because he was pissed off and needed to blow off steam.
Yeah, because originally Dorn's death was during one of the Black Crusades. He was on board a ship and he disappeared into the warp, taking Dorn with him. And they said he died during that crusade. But then Games Workshop was going back and forth on, he's alive, he's missing, he's alive, he's missing, he's dead, he's missing. And
You
now
say he's missing in action. Fuck.
Yep,
What you did with Vulcan.
he's missing in action. But people are saying that Dorn is missing. Does that mean he is leading parts of the Imperium that no one knows about or has heard from against Chaos and it's defending Chaos?
Yeah, because that would mean he's doing something similar as to what Jagatai has been doing, dealing with the Eldar and the Webway.
Yeah, because I know 11th edition. They've already put out a rumor that in 11th edition it's going to be between the Space Wolves and the Orcs. In which case, the Space Wolves are going to have a new upgrade, like new Thunderwolf cavalry, new dreadnoughts that are actually dreadnought size, like Redemptor size.
Okay.
Because some of the prints are still firstborn Marines.
Okay. I'd say this. I don't understand why we're getting 11th edition stuff when we're still kind of barely into 10th.
It's just like how GW, from what I've heard, that's how they do things. Because Drakari, they haven't gotten a Codex update since 8th edition.
Oh wow!
All their stuff is out of date, but that's why people are wanting Jagatai Khan, because if Jagatai Khan comes back, it gives the Drakari a chance to upgrade.
True. I did like this one thought that the same guy that made the Dorn theory. What if they did do this? If they used the Legion of the Damned as Ferrus Manus' new legion to spearhead, and he was act as a headless horseman figure, where his head is he's like warp demon type thing, where his head's just on fire and aglow, leading the Legion of the Damned. And I'm like, dude, you need to stop being this creative and stealing GW's ideas before they can come up with it.
Yeah,
Because that sounds awesome.
So there was more lore apparently added in 40K. Is that there is a way that they can bring back a dead Primarch. There is a way, but
Which was proven with Gilliman, I assume.
Because of Yvraine and
They're trying to bring their God of Death back, I think. or birthing a god of death.
Yeah, because I know the Eldari are suffering heavy defeat because of Chaos. As Chaos wiped out where the Eye of Terror is. Because I remember this from Battlefield Gothic 2. They did a little cutscene for Eldari. Is that when the Eye of Terror first started, the Eldari had a great empire. But then when the demon prince Slanesh was born into the fourth Chaos God, a psychic shriek went out and devastated the Eldari population.
Yep, 9 out of 10 Eldar agree.
And then,
It's over.
yeah, because of, I don't know what they did. I think it was something that they were falling to their own ways of, like,
Debauchery.
yeah, pretty much. And now the Drakari are part of, like, their suffering because Slanesh is slowly draining their souls away before they fall down dead.
It's out what is it? They use the suffering and debauchery as a way of prolonging their own life by basically saying, "Hey, Slanesh, look, see the bell? Go get it.
Yeah, it saves their lives a little bit by a little bit longer every day.
But costs them in the long term.
Yeah, like them
Maybe
towards
teach their children that stuff, which I thought was really screwed up.
people are saying Jagatai is apparently a prisoner of the Drakari in whatever their holy city is called. I forget what it's called, but the only ones that know how to the only one, and there was, I think, some lore where the White Scars were fighting the Drakari and they sent them packing. That the webway opened up, the Drakari went in, and a White Scar librarian heard a familiar voice. He's like, I know that voice. I've heard it before. I know who that is. And I think he was like, I think that's the Khan, which means the Khan is in the city that the Drakari inhabit in the webway.
Oh, that's interesting, actually.
Which means, does that mean he's going to break free and return to save and do what the Lion's doing, where he's regaining all of his chapters of Dark Angels and rebuilding the First Legion?
See, I thought that was really cool character development, since the Lion originally was like, we need to deal, or well, actually, it wasn't even the Lion that originally wanted to deal with the Fallen. It's just his sons who were like, oh, our brothers turned traitor. We need to make sure the Imperium doesn't know that and just kill them all. Interrogate them, kill them.
Because what was it? They didn't. It's like their secret of the Imperium. And then
bullet dice.
That's the top of the bullet dice. That's what I like about them, is that they actually show you like what set it is.
Oh, I was trying to figure out what it said. It took me a minute.
This is the One Ring set.
Ooh, that's a very pretty color.
very beautiful.
And then we got Turn of Dust's commission that we had to do a couple bits of rework on it because there were some parts that were what's the word I'm looking for? Voids. That's what I was looking for. Voids.
What's that?
So a void is where, like, for instance, on this D6, right above where my finger is, it didn't fill in.
Oh, it's a little like dent in the dice.
Yeah. So we had to take like UV resin and fill that back in.
Oh, that sounds like oh god, is that like all the bubbles and stuff you were talking about last night?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, God, that's gotta be so annoying.
But here is what they look like.
Ooh, I like that.
Very nice.
So, for the Death Guard people, for anyone that likes Death Guard, B14. So, I get that Nurgle is punishing Mortarion right now for having a chunk of the garden burned by a cousin Gilliman.
I mean, He had a plague war. He lost the war. I mean, yeah.
But the thing is, though, is that if Nurgle is punishing him and the Great Unclean One, I forget which one he's punishing.
Rodigus, I think. I might be wrong.
It's either Rodigus or the very first Great Unclean One he had.
I don't know. Rodigus is actually the only one I know has a name. Actually, I know there's another one. I just don't know its name.
Yeah, I can't remember his name because I know Nurgle is punishing them both. But does that mean, while Martine's in punishment, he's thinking of a strategy to come back and be like, "Where is Gilliman?" and take his revenge out on his worlds?
Probably, to be honest. But I think he's gonna have to get in line now that Fulcrum's back, because I guarantee. Because if I remember right, there's a book coming out with Fulcrum's model, and if I remember right, Slaanesh probably rewarded Fulcrum for killing him, even though the kill was not confirmed up until Gilliman's actual death. But Slaanesh rewarded Fulcrum with all his new, I assume, abilities and form, and a brand new pleasure world. So now I guarantee Slaanesh is going to be like, "Hey, shit ass, go finish your kill.
Yeah, can I
give you all this shit just for free. Go finish your goddamn kill."
It'd be cool if like Gilliman and Fulcrum are fighting again, and all of a sudden Jagatai comes out of nowhere to help out Gilliman, sending Fulcrum back to the warp.
Right. If I remember right, there was an instance where Jagatai was being instigated by Fulcrum saying, or no, Fulcrum was just flaunting the fact that he wasn't like the best duelist of his brothers. Jagatai basically snorted and like, talking pretty big for a guy who hasn't challenged.
Exactly, and then
Fulcrum just kind of looked at him like, "The fuck you say?" They fight and get his ass kicked without trouble, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, because I remember, because if I remember correctly, Perturabo, Fulcrum used Perturabo like a means to an end, so he can obtain his demon hood. And I remember Perturabo hated him so very much for that I guess Fulcrum, at the time, he could be able to, I guess, go from demon hood to regular Primarch form for some reason. And I guess Fulcrum came in to meet with Perturabo.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the video where it shows how a Warhound Titan design. And then he smashes Fulcrum's head into his workstation and goes, "Your legion is my legion. You will take my orders for what you did to my legion."
Oh, yeah, because that was the scene. I heard some guys describe it word for word. I'm like, it sounds like something straight out of Game of Thrones, the way this is worded. I can visually see just Perturabo slamming Fulcrum's face into his battle table with all the miniatures and everything that are on display, breaking them into his face and just whispering into his ear as he's looking at his brother and holding him by his hair, telling him,
Yeah,
for what they did to mine. And just as a know your toy squirm, I'm like, damn.
And then what gets me too is I was watching, what is it, Hammer and Bolter? Ooh, the Ring of Power.
Yeah.
I was watching Hammer and Bolter, and it was the Lucius the Eternal one, where he goes,
That's like my favorite.
And immortal. And I looked at the video and I was like, comparing that version of Lucius to the new version, and it looks like he's been boosted up by a lot of enhancements while he's been in the warp.
Yeah, because if I remember right, that version, the Lucius from Hammer and Bolter, is one word, is the same as the original model for Lucius. Because I looked at its whip, and I'm like, looking at the. Oh, there you go. That's a very
No, look on the inside of the ring.
yes. On the inside of the ring.
Of the ring.
I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be seeing something.
Do you see the red?
Oh, I see the red. Yes, I was wondering if you put inscription on the inside.
No. I wish.
That would be an actual awesome detail. If there's like little kind of squiggles inside.
I thought about doing that, but when I was making this, I was debating: do I make it the One Ring or do I make them like Sonic rings?
So all you have to do is like make that same color, but like bright, that same dice, but like bright blue.
Yeah.
The original.
But what is it?
Here's the D6.
Ooh. See, the one thing I have a problem with putting items inside of inside of dice, it makes me feel like the dice itself will be weighted improperly, and just makes me think it's gonna not roll proper.
A lot of people have that concern. I'm gonna roll this one. I mean, this one's got some voids. I mean, I'm getting a lot of ones.
That's not good.
But I'm also getting 5s. Okay, starting to see 2s, starting to see 6s. 2s, 3s. Everything but a 4 so far. But it also isn't fully cured, so that's also another issue.
I see.
And there is some voids, like you have a big chunk right there.
Oh, wow, that is really bad. I mean, as a test dice, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and that's what this is for. Because what I do is I take, even though these are like, they're non-sellable, what I can do is take them and let them cure, ink them, and put them up on the website as gallery pieces.
By the way, here's 2 other characters I got. They're not Demon Primarchs though, but they're Primarchs.
Now, of course, you got Lehman and Gilliman.
So I originally started with Gilliman as one of my first models to paint.
Oh.
You can tell I didn't base it properly because it's blue.
Yeah.
But the thing about Gilliman that I've learned is that they're actually make him as heavy as Mortari points.
Okay, that one right there, that looks like a perfect that's like probably what you actually want it to look like. Almost.
Yeah.
That's like the perfect.
Because you got the little bit of the clear up there to where you can still see the ring.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to see, because I put in all sets like a little plumage of smoke, but I guess this one didn't show up. Oh no, it did. It's like right in the center.
I actually see that. That's very nice.
Yeah, because I have a pair of dice from, what is it? I think it's just called D&D dice.
Yep, they're one of my affiliates.
See, they do really cool looking dice. I really want, if they would make them, I'd get like some Vulcan themed dice.
So, do you think that whenever they release the Salamanders Codex, do you think they're gonna like put out hints that they found more of his relics?
See, I am very interested in that because that also ties into Trays in the Infinite. Like, I really don't. I'm probably gonna get shot for this one. I don't give a damn about the Necrons, but I care about Trazen because they just sound like whiny bitches that didn't get their way. We're like, okay, we're gonna be undead immortal robots. Fuck you. We still don't like this, but we want our immortality, and this is all we got. So fucking shit. It just sounds like whining bitch a lot.
Turn to us asked the question, where's most of the Warhammer lore at in the books or somewhere else? A lot of it is in the codexes, but like Necrons is a good example. They completely redid the Necron lore from one codex to another.
A good example is looking at the current codex versus, for example, the TTS explanation for the War in Heaven. It is like way different.
Some codexes will explain much clearer about the lore, like say the codexes are the rule books to run your faction. Like if you're running the Tyranids, you need the Tyranid Codex. If you are wanting to run Space Marines, just regular Space Marines to run Ultramarines, you need their Space Marines Codex. It all just depends. Like some factions don't have a codex.
Think.
For example, Harlequins. They're a specialized unit of the Eldar. They don't have, for the longest time, all they had, I believe, lore-wise, was a paragraph in an old, like, miniature model magazine called White Door.
Think of codexes as your player handbook, but solely for your army.
Correct. Within that, it also gives you not only the lore and some images.
Yeah, because
for example, he's got one right there.
He's got like 3 of them right there.
Actually, I got 5.
Well, I was never good at math. I'm from Missouri.
Yeah, because I have the Adeptus Custodian one. Chaos Space Marine. This makes cover on it. Let's see. The Codex for Space Marines. This is a Codex supplement, which means it's like a sub version for Dark Angels, specifically Dark Angels only. And then the newest Astronaut.
So over here, I got some of the older ones from 2010. So I got Space Wolves, Dark Eldar, Necron, Grey Knights. So you can tell these are way different from the current ones because these are just straight paper, not even hardcover. And the art is by the way, favorite art for Necrons. I can't say anything else. This is just really cool art.
This is the new Astra Militarum Codex. It hasn't. This is one thing that you have noticed is they released these Creed boxes, but only like 5 or 6 go out to the stores that are PW related. They haven't even released the Creed stuff yet. Like
I guarantee it's because they're trying to make sure that there's a market for it. And I know damn well that aside from what is it? It's not the Catachan, it's the no, it is the Catachan. Aside from the Catachan Jungle Fighters and the Deathcore Creed, everybody wants those 2. Maybe some Iron Legion.
Yeah, supposedly there's a great that works. The GW over time, while they're still doing their codex updates and everything, they are going to start releasing more Primarchs. Like, we already know Leman Russ and Jagged Icon and Vulcan have been up in the air, but there's rumor that they might be releasing, like, the Iron Warriors Primarch. There's rumors that Iron Hands Primarch might come, Perturabo. And he's like a demon robot looking kind of Primarch, where his face is just metal, his hands and arms are full metal, and still wearing some of his armor that he wore during the Heresy.
So I gotta get going here soon, but I wanted to drop this little nugget of info or whatever you want to call it. For the longest time, when I first saw Bash Thor and I heard that Perturabo was going to be like part demon, I thought that it was going to be real deep. The big reveal is, oh yeah, Bash Thor, I hate you so much right now. I want that model so badly. It's such a good model.
This thing is amazing to run if you are running Heretic Astartes, the Soul Forge Warpack. There's Astro's own detachment.
No joke, look what I just rolled.
type dice are getting better and better the bigger the dice you're going on.
I like them.
The D6, I think, was just the roughest looking one, probably.
Well, like this is the D6 for Turn of Dust's set that I had to do a little. I had to do a little bit of patchwork on, and I got to do a little bit more patchwork once I'm done by sanding it down. But this is how his D6 came out.
Oh, that looks really good.
Well, I might have to get off here. I still got some stuff I got to do before I got to go to PT tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and I gotta get a shower in before my phone dies as well.
Yeah, so if you guys are doing another live,
I'll be doing one probably tomorrow. I just gotta get these dice out of their stuff. I know I got the bullet dice that I have to find some way to get out without kind of ruining them because I want to see what at least one looks like. Real quick.
I'm working on these new Krieg engineers, which apparently are really good.
I still think it's funny that one of your models is literally like a duffel bag.
Here's one of them.
Oh yeah, I actually think that's a really cool looking model. Because what is it? It's like a mobile landmine, right?
It's a drone. It's a
Oh,
drone.
it's a drone.
And you can have like one of the engineers where he's like playing, like he's driving it. And apparently, if you deploy it and you use it, you put this on the field with the engineer squad, and it does D6 mortal damage to a squad. But then if it's against a tank, it's D3 plus 3 damage. And then I was shocked when they released this.
Isn't that the exact same thing?
Ooh, bullets.
Okay, I really want those. Ooh, that bullet looks so good.
It really does, actually.
Here's the D4. The
Translucent blue is such a beautiful color.
That's some blue alcohol ink. I have ways to make it opaque, and I have ways to make it translucent.
I might just commission you to make me some. Damn.
So we aren't selling the bullet dice yet. I have to think of a price range for them. I'm probably not going to keep
I'm
them.
thinking more D6 with that same color, but maybe green.
Yeah, you'll definitely. I can do green. I can do really any color. This is the D4 though for the bullet dice.
Go ahead then.
And these come with they come with a, where did I put it? A dice box.
Take care, Journey Dust.
Oh. Have a good night, Turn to Dust. Yeah, they came up with a dice box that I haven't made one yet.
Ooh.
This is the D4.
For y'all's opinion, in this box, there is a Custody helmet right there. Who do you think I should put that with for as a trophy on one of my models?
Ooh. Like, which one does it go on?
Yeah, because I have 3 demon part marks and a whole bunch of like World Eaters, Death Guard. Because what do you have for your Death Guard? Do you have all the lords of?
So what I have are Blight Lord Terminators, Nurglings, Poxwalkers, Standard Death Guard Marines. I think I have Mortarian's Personal Guard. I have a Lord of Contagion, Rodigus, I think. Not Rodigus. He's the dude with like the weird ball thing that's oozing like ichor. With a maggot cape with a derpy face on him. What else? Basically, I have like that. I basically have a 3,000 point army that I bought for like only $300.
Yeah, that's good. I traded my Imperial Knights for Death Guard.
Well, here's the kicker. It was gonna be just $250 for the 3K. Yep, I also have a kit bashed Lord of Contagion that was converted into Typhus using some Tyranid pieces. His sight is humongous compared to his body.
Someone said they like this more than I did.
Oh, I have that Lord of Virulence.
Yep, it's the Lord of Virulence. Like, I have both lords, he was like part of the.
That's the one I have. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
He's a part of a unit that's no longer played anymore. They're considered Blight Lords. It's the Chosen of Mortarion.
Yep, that's if I remember it, that is Mortarian's personal guard.
Yeah, and they don't run them anymore. They're gone. They're
I
not.
remember it was part of the Euro set.
I think
Ones
so.
that you get like a mystery box.
Yeah, because I think if I'm correct, one of the stores that I'm located close to in Canada, they are selling that box still, and no one has touched it yet. And I'm really close to getting that box. Just saying, it's Blight Lords.
I mean, that's what that is. Yeah, you can just change one of them out for like the leader for flavor. But yeah. So originally the 3,000 coins. You got Karn the Betrayer, man.
I got Lord Invocatus too.
Okay, I'm gonna say something that might be a little controversial. Armin, out of all the like named like secondary guys behind the Primarchs, Armin is like the worst looking between all four of them.
Ah, you're kidding me.
Oh yeah, I know, but like Karn looks so dynamic.
Like, I get Karn because
This looks like he's summoning some kind of plague. And then Lucius is coming around with his whip, licking his armor's face.
like, here's this. How is this part of Thousand Suns?
I mean, it's a
You know
God, the name escapes me. A Vortex Beast?
Yes. And the thing is, the demon. In Age of Sigmar, you play them with your Tzeentch demons. And I was lucky to get 2 of these, but the thing is though, is that now with Thousand Suns, is that they're harder to, like, they're one of the Grotmist attachments makes it hard for Grey Knights to counter the Thousand Suns psychic abilities.
Well, guys, I'm gonna have to call it here.
I still gotta get a shower. Get ready for me.
I gotta wash my hand. My set I was really hoping would come out good. Didn't even cure.
I mean, hey, it looks like you're at least getting some progress with some of these minis. Whoa, that does not look great.
No, it didn't cure at all.
Those look like Slanesh dice.
So
They actually, yeah.
what they were going to be was they were going to be glow in the dark sugar skull dice. Because we got these sugar skulls.
Okay.
Okay. I was wondering like what they looked like. I'm like, I wonder why they're black. Huh. It's weird.
I don't
Now,
know why. To me, that looked like you had like Slanesh dice. I'm like, oh, are you doing Slanesh dice? I want some Slanesh dice.
Ooh, I love the orange one.
Ooh, that's nice.
now they don't glow in the dark, but underneath the UV light they do shine. But
See, that's the thing I hate about like glow in the dark or like UV stuff. If I put a UV or a flashlight on it, I want it to glow for a little bit. It doesn't have to be forever. Just a little bit would be nice.
but that's like I tested it with the green that we used on our live yesterday morning, and the plan works. It's just I can't figure out why it's not curing.
Interesting.
But I gotta get going. Hopefully we can get this popped out. This is the top of our dice chest.
I was wondering, is that like I'm not gonna lie, that kind of looks like an oil drum.
I like that.
So it'll sit like
Yo, actually, that would be really cool for like a dice set if it's like some kind of radioactive stuff that's in an oil barrel.
Ooh, that actually would be kind of cool.
That actually looks fantastic. You could make it a mimic. Yeah, I saw that look. I know I got your gears turning.
ain't that you got my gears turning.
But
They could you do so it would look like a normal thing. Oh, yep, and then you have like the teeth and they pop up when you open the box.
All right. Well, I gotta get off here. I gotta go get some things done. It was nice talking to you. That was actually some really good work with the dice.
Thank you. I will say I'm probably a better miniature painter than I am a dice maker right now, just because I don't have a pressure pot. Like if I had a pressure pot, I feel a lot of this would actually be a lot easier.
And there's your new Christmas present. For next year.
If you give it to me early, I'll start using it tomorrow.
I'm saying that's for the missus to give you, not me. I don't know.
She ain't gonna spend that much money on me.
I mean, you splurged on her. Fair is fair.
Yeah, but I splurge on her just because I forget our anniversary.
Okay, that is 100% on you, and you need to fix that.
No, that's not on me. That's on my goldfish brain.
Put it in your phone.
It is in my phone.
Put 5 alerts in.
Okay, that bullet dice turned out perfect.
It's like seriously, if I could get like that same color on a 6D and you make it like Death Guard theme, I'd take all my money.
See, and that's the thing. I'm working with a couple artists on commissioning my own dice.
Like genuinely, like that color is really good.
Like when I say commissioning my own dice, I don't just mean like, oh, I'm just going to have them toss on my logo. No, I'm talking about like toss on my logo and make me a master set to make my own dice.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I have like ideas for dice. It's just I don't know how to implement them.
See, and that's the thing with me. I have ideas, and I know how to implement them. It's just, will it work? Like with this was pretty simple. It was just a little Lego piece.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been watching a lot of videos on how they do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that works. I gotta stop touching stuff because that's getting everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, I just thought of a new one.
Oh, yeah?
Treasure Planet. Having the map in the middle of the dice.
Totally didn't think about doing that. No. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
Actually, either that or having, if you resin print, James on his,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you great minds think alike.
I don't know what you're talking about. I totally did not think of doing a Treasure Planet theme with liquid core and make it spin.
Spin?
Yeah, so liquid core, if I get it done, if I do it properly, I can make it look like it's spinning on the inside.
Oh, now the trick is, in a perfect world, you make it so the dice itself is blue and has like stars in it. But then the map opens and a little like bit of green is coming out of it. Just a smidge.
I totally didn't plan on that. Totally not. No. Great idea.
Use that idea. Feel free. I don't care.
No. That was almost identical to what I was thinking of doing.
But yeah, like I just thought of like trying to do. Is the wolf okay?
The wolf's okay.
Okay. The look on your face when you dropped it.
Well, because I thought that I still had Turnadust's D6 over here, so I was like, oh no.
Did you just break something?
I was worried that I would have to redo Turnadust's set again. Because that's the second time this week I've had, or within the past 2 days, I had to redo his set. The first time it didn't cure at all. The second time we had a couple voids, nothing too bad.
Oh my god, I had an even better idea. Okay, Treasure Planet, same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Except randomly one of them is Morph.
it doesn't. You don't really. You just pick one at random. You throw morph in instead of the map.
Or, now hear me out on this. I paint half of all those to look like morph. This way, when you roll it, the good side is the map. So the 20 or higher, because usually the 20 is on the bottom.
That's brilliant. That would be perfect.
And then the one face is morph.
Yes.
The issue is getting the liquid core to actually do what I wanted to do. Because I got to use water, glycerin, and some isopropyl alcohol. We made one.
If I remember right, the one you're talking about, it literally faces upright, correct?
Huh?
Whenever you roll a dice, it looks, the object faces upright, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Because I think I saw someone did that with like a dragon's eye in the middle, and it would like literally look at the number rolled.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the one we did as a test run, and I think I threw it away.
No, that's unfortunate.
So now I'm looking through my trash can. Well, I mean, the test run was a massive fail. It didn't do what we wanted it to do.
I mean, every test run's got its little miracles inside of it.
Right there.
So I would always save mine. All I'm seeing is a gray ball.
You should be seeing it spin even just a little bit.
It might just be the camera's not high enough quality.
More than likely.
Yeah, it just looks like a metal pellet.
Yeah, and what it was supposed to do is it was supposed to show like it's spinning, but it just failed. So I was like, I'll work on that later.
Yeah.
But what these were originally were for the insides of those, but we got the wrong size.
So hey, at least you can make a mimic box.
Yeah, I just gotta I gotta figure out how to demold this. I got kind of an idea, but I'm afraid that it's gonna rip.
I mean, isn't the trick with demolding stuff like literally just cut it?
Well, so no, you don't want to cut it unless you're making your own mold out of it. Because then you can mess up the mold.
Oh.
But I mean, that's the top.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And then it's literally just.
Don't break it, you just unmold it.
Nah, this is a test run anyway. Like I just slide that piece on top.
Yeah, that'll work.
But I can use UV resin right there to glue that in place.
Yeah.
And then the bottom.
I don't know how you would like mechanically do it, but like I was suggesting earlier, there's like a little spring on the inside of that where the teeth push inward, and then when it open, they pop out.
Yeah. Now this is what I was meaning by this is a failure anyway. This is cured.
Oh. That is jelly.
Yeah. This is fully cured. Like this is the cure time.
I mean, at least the top came out proper. Somewhat proper. The reason why this is this way is because of the fact that for some reason our mixture was off when we made this. Now, was it off for the bottom half or both?
A little bit of both. Like even the top part isn't all the way hardened.
Okay. I mean,
It does what it's supposed to do.
well, I was gonna say, even if that's not the right mixture, if like somebody wants like a gelatinous cube type thing and it's just a little soft, like that could also work in your favor as well.
Yeah.
Because I think that'd be an actual like fun dice tray to have. Like they could like just bounce on the ground if it's a little rubbery. No, oh no. I assume those were the hinges.
These are hinges.
I'm gonna just suggest this now. Maybe just put it away so it stops getting on your fingers. Oh, it opens like that. Okay.
Yeah, so you put the hinges in there, and that's the hinges. But then it also comes with the lock.
Oh, metal hat and latches.
And then this is one that I'm really excited to do. Part of the reason why I kind of just took everything out was because I have to make room for tomorrow's live. And I don't want to just be demolding half the live because demolding sucks.
True.
Especially since I'm gonna have to be doing what's it called? Sanding tomorrow for Turn to Dust dice. The big one.
Nice. That looks really cool.
So think about this. This is not even including the top.
Wait, is that supposed to be like a bomb like a D20 bomb shape?
This is a D20 dice box.
Oh.
That if I take the lid and I put the lid on and I glue it, can be a fully functional D20.
Oh, the supersized.
The chonk, the big one.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
This whole thing is 4.9 ounces.
That's pretty.
No. That's how much liquid.
Oh, good lord.
That's how much resin I need to use. My resin is 32 ounces.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So this is going to cost a lot for me to sell.
Yeah, I would definitely charge extra for that.
Oh, nope. I'm sorry. This part is for 4.9 ounces. This part is 8.2.
Oh, Jesus.
So that's what, 12 ounces? That's half my resin? Yeah. This is going to be at least $20. At least.
I was going to say 20, maybe 30 would be better. Because that's all your resin you're working with.
Yeah.
You have to then make sure it's cured proper.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, idea.
Hmm.
That one would be like I don't know how you would do it proper, but if you make, you know how the treasure planet idea?
Yeah.
That one is like Morph, halfway between Morph and halfway between him being the map. As like a gallery piece. Like resin, I don't know how resin printing works or if someone's made the model, but basically Morph like part way out of his decoy map form.
Yeah.
Like kind of ta-da. That'd be a really cool gallery piece just as a display for like the big one.
No, I'm with you there. No, it sucks that it's so. Because like I don't want to charge an arm and a leg for my work, but at the same time, this one is definitely going to have to be an arm and a leg, just because it is so. It's going to be so expensive to make, and I know people are going to want it because.
Yeah, the resin by itself is expensive.
Well, I mean, my resin is. I get it off Amazon for $35. However, we don't want to run into another instance like we did with Turnadust's commission. Turnadust, literally the day that I mentioned, hey, I have a website now. Here's my website. He went on, looked at everything we offered, said, hey, here's the money for a dice set with dice box as well as shipping and handling. I'm like, okay.
You weren't expecting that so quickly, were you?
Well, it's not that I wasn't expecting it so quickly. I was like, I will use that for the majority of what you're wanting because he wanted it magnetized as well. I was like, and we charge extra to magnetize.
Right.
And I was like, I can get the magnets and the super glue this week. However, and that's with your money. However, the resin is going to have to wait till I get paid on Friday. He said, that's perfectly fine. I understand. And then we got the resin in this week. That was almost a month ago because they literally lost my package. And I had to wait for their process and handling to qualify for them to send me another package with the same stuff that they lost.
Jesus.
But that's going to be fun to make. Because, like, that's how big it would be.
Someone will be knocked out if somebody gets thrown at their head.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
And it's fun, too. Because you pissed off the Dion that much.
But we got that mold. We got the bullet dice mold. We got a new dice mold that I'm still waiting to cure.
Well, that'd be a cool idea, but I don't know how you do it.
Huh.
So I was thinking for some reason my brain's like, oh, do a rune crystal dice set. I'm like, how the hell are you going to do that for like a D20? Like a D6 wouldn't be that difficult, probably, but...
So that's a great question. Part of the reason why I was kind of hoping that this would work is because of, like, the glow in the dark, is because of one of our D4s that we have now. So, like I said, these didn't cure, but that one right there is a D4.
Okay.
It is supposed to be prismatic. So it's in the same shape as, like, the crystal from Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, I think that's what you're telling me the other day.
Yeah. So we have some alcohol inks we can use. So I think that's probably going to be the next one we use on that set is Crash Bandicoot. But then we also have this set that I'm really excited about.
Now the trick is, are you going to put a Wampa fruit in that, or are you going to put the Uka Uka Max?
Wampa. I could just literally make it out of the liquid core.
That's fair. Probably a lot easier to get a hold of, too.
Well, yeah, because I already got the liquid core, and I've already verified that, yes, they fit inside that D4. Because, like, the traditional D4, they don't fit in.
Yeah.
But then...
I have been on here a little too longer than I anticipated.
Same. I'm going to get off here after I show you this one. This is raised numbered dice.
See, this is what I've been normally used to in terms of, like, or resin dice pools to, like, insert in there. Yeah.
No, that's what I use, but this is raised number dice.
Oh, so they, like, actually stick out.
Yeah.
I haven't ever seen one like that before.
I just saw that on Amazon. I was like, you know what? Fine. But I have to wash my hands and clean everything up. Great. I
All
think I'm-
right, I will see you later then.
You too. Have a great night.
You too. Bye.
Bye.